All right, let's talk about something we've all felt. You're running your tests, one by one, just watching that pipeline absolutely crawl. It's like being stuck on a single-lane country road during rush hour, right? Well, what if I told you Playwright comes with a built-in superhighway that you're probably already using without even knowing it? Yeah, let's dive in and see how this whole parallel execution thing completely changes the game.
I mean, we've all been there, haven't we? Just staring at the screen, waiting for a massive test suite to finish. It is, without a doubt, the biggest bottleneck in modern CI/CD. It delays feedback, it slows down your entire team. You know the drill. It's a universal pain for sure, but listen, it doesn't have to be your reality. So check this out. This slide really just nails the difference. Over on the left, you've got the old way. Tests just chugging along one by one. Slow. Inefficient. But on the right, that's the Playwright way. Multiple tests running all at the same time. And here's the kicker. This isn't some fancy add-on you have to turn on. Nope. This is the default. All right, let's get into it. Section 1, the test suite traffic jam. This is the problem you probably didn't even know you had. So think about it like this. Most test frameworks, they operate on a single lane highway. Each car, which is, one of your tests, has to wait for the car in front of it to go. So if one car breaks down or is just super slow, what happens? Everyone behind it is stuck. That is exactly what's happening to your feedback loop. Okay, so now for the good part. Section 2, Playwright's parallel superhighway. This is the built-in solution. So how does it pull this off? Well, it's all thanks to something called a worker process. And listen, this is the key detail you need to remember. A worker isn't just another thread. Oh no, it is a completely independent operating system process with its very own browser. So going back to our analogy, it's like a fully isolated, dedicated lane on that superhighway. This means there's no way one test can interfere with another. And the crucial point, the main takeaway here, is that right out of the box, Playwright grabs your test files, gives each one its own worker, and runs them all at the same time. No setup, no config, it just works. So why is this such a game changer? Well, the benefits are they're immediate and they're massive. First off, you're maximizing your CPU, really squeezing every last drop of performance out of it. That, in turn, drastically reduces your test suite's runtime, which means, of course, faster feedback from your CI/CD pipelines. And because of that full test isolation we talked about, you never have to worry about tests stepping on each other's toes. Okay, so you've got this awesome superhighway, but now you need to know how to manage it. Let's talk about controlling your worker lanes and how you can become the traffic controller. Having maximum speed is awesome, but sometimes your environment just can't handle it. I'm looking at you, CI machines. That's where you need to take control. And the number one tool for that job is the dash workers flag. It's super simple. It lets you set an exact limit on how many lanes or worker processes can be open at one time. And here's what that looks like in the real world. You just add dash workers equals 2 right onto your test command. That's it. Now Playwright knows, okay, I'm never going to run more than 2 test files in parallel. You can set this number to whatever your machine can actually handle without breaking a sweat. All right, now here's an insider tip. Seriously, this is something you won't find in most tutorials. If you're on a standard, maybe a 2-core CI machine, setting dash workers equals 1 is your secret weapon. I know, it sounds counterintuitive, right? But it forces the tests to run one by one. And that prevents those random, mysterious timeouts that happen when your machine just runs out of juice. Trust me on this, your future self, and probably your project manager, will thank you. Okay, so we've got the number of lanes under control. But what about the cars themselves? What happens when 2 tests are trying to mess with the same data at the same time? Let's get into the unique ID pro tip, avoiding collisions on the superhighway. Okay, this is the classic rookie mistake. And listen, we've all made it. You've got 2 tests running in parallel. Both of them try to sign up a new user with the exact same email, say, user@example.com. Well, what happens? The first one gets through just fine. The second one, it crashes and burns with a user already exists error. That, my friends, is a classic data collision. So, how do we fix this? Well, Playwright gives us another absolutely brilliant tool built right in. It's called testInfo.workerIndex. It's exactly what it sounds like. Every single worker process that Playwright spins up gets its own unique ID number, starting at 0. And that is the key to data safety. And the solution is just so elegant. Instead of using a static, hard-coded username, we build it dynamically using that unique worker index. Look,
Everyone tries hard-coding their test data at first, don't worry about it. But this is what actually works. You just append that worker index right onto your test data, just like you see here with the username.
And just like that, boom, problem solved. Now worker 1 is going to create user1 at test.com, while worker 2 creates user2 at test.com. They're both working with completely unique data. No more collisions. Your tests can now run in parallel safely, even when they're changing things on the server. Seriously, you've got this. It's way simpler than it looks.
Whew, we've covered a lot of ground. So let's boil this all down to the essentials. This is your parallelism master key, your main takeaways.
I want you to think of it like you have 3 simple dials of control. Dial number 1 is just the default setting, maximum speed. Just let Playwright do its thing. Dial number 2 is that dash workers flag. That's your resource control knob. And dial number 3 is the worker index. That's your precision tool for keeping your data safe.
And I'm not kidding about this. You master these 3 dials, maximum speed, resource control, and data safety, and you are already ahead of probably 80% of the QA engineers out there. You're not just using the tool anymore, you're orchestrating it. You're building truly solid, resilient test suites. So, what's next? I mean, now that we can run everything at lightning speed, the big question is, how do we debug when something goes wrong in one of those parallel lanes? Well, in our next explainer, we are going to dive deep into the Playwright Trace Viewer. It's a tool that makes debugging parallel runs not just possible, but honestly, incredibly powerful. You are not going to want to miss that one.